If you're already getting some great results inside of your Google Ads campaigns, firstly, congratulations, well done to you. But if you are ready to now supercharge and get more results or scale your Google Ads campaigns, this is the video you need to watch, because despite what Google's recommendations tell you, it's not as simple as just increasing your budget from $500 a day through to $3,000 a day, and voila, you are now getting 6 times more conversions and revenue into your business. In this video, I'm going to take you through the 2 core concepts that I want you to really think about and understand when it comes to profitably scaling your Google Ads accounts. Before we get to those 2 core concepts, I do want to take you through the mechanics of how you can scale your Google Ads account in 2026 with Google Ads. Regardless of the different strategies you may hear about profitably scaling your Google Ads campaigns, there is only 2 mechanics or 2 ways that you can go through and successfully do that. The first way is that you spend more money in where you're getting your current results with Google Ads. So the products and the services that you are marketing, you spend more money in those areas, so you get more conversions. But eventually what is going to happen when you go down that pathway is eventually you are going to hit a roadblock, which I call CPC resistance, in that you've capped out that search market. And an indicator that your accounts or your campaign is facing with CPC resistance is that if you increase your budget by 20%, but your CPCs skyrocket by 30% or 35%, or your conversion metrics skyrocket. So you're no longer able to just pull that lever and increase the spend in order to see more sales and more conversions. So then you have to go to the second mechanism for scaling your Google Ads account, and that is reaching out to cold audiences. And that is something that is quite unique about Google Ads, is because you don't only have the search network, you can then also reach out to other platforms, so YouTube and the display platform. But then further to that, you can also reach out to different types of search terms. Classic example would be, rather than just targeting on that bottom of the funnel, high intent, we are ready to buy now search keywords, you could also go into more discovery or the really early part of someone wanting to explore your services or your products. Now that we've got that clear, that there's only 2 mechanisms that we can use in order to scale your account: spend more money on the current search themes or search terms that you're targeting, or secondly, reach out to colder audiences. They're the 2 mechanisms that you've got. In order to do that, there's 2 ways that we go through this. And the first concept I want to talk about is going through vertical and horizontal scaling. And then we're also going to talk about a concept which I call the Bodybuilder Concept. Now, I am going to be sharing with you very soon more about the vertical and horizontal scaling, and also about the Bodybuilder Concept for Google Ads. But if you are running Google Ads for your own business or for your client's business, and you need more advice and more assistance on how you can supercharge your Google Ads results this year, and that you can do it in a profitable way, I want you to go to the link in the description below where you can find more about Google Ads Mastery. And this is our private community where every single week between Monday and Friday, we offer live support sessions. We also then have live group coaching calls every week. You also get access to AI Aaron. So you've got a 24/7 Google Ads coach, which is trained of all of my teaching, and you can call or text AI Aaron at any time. And if you'd like to know more about how Google Ads Mastery at Define Digital Academy can help you profitably scale and grow your business, why don't you follow that link in the description below? And the best part is you're going to get all of that extra Google Ads support for less than the price of a cup of coffee per day. And if you use the coupon code YouTube, I'm going to give you an extra 20% discount. Find out all those details, follow that link in the description. But right now, let's talk about vertical and horizontal scaling. Vertical scaling is essentially we're finding campaigns where we're getting some good conversion metrics, so we're happy with the conversion results that we're seeing. That may be your cost per conversion, it may be your ROAS. And you've also identified that there's more room to spend money in that area. Now, the key metric that you want to be looking at there is a metric which is called your search impression share. There are other variations of that, which is called your search top impression share and your search absolute top impression share. Essentially what these are looking at is your search impression share. If you've got a search impression share of 20%, that means that out of every 100 searches, your ads only appear on 20 of them. Search absolute top means the number 1 position. So that means if that's a 15%, that your ad appears 15 out of 100 times in that number 1 position. But the reason for why that is so important, because if you've got good conversion metrics and you've got a low impression share, it means that quite simply by increasing your budget in a safe way, you can see better results. Now, let me explain that a little bit further because there is a little bit to unpack there. A lot of people ask, well, what is a good search impression share? Now, this is changing all of the time because Google is broadening out its search terms. So like an exact match reaches far more search variations than what it did previously. So generally what I would say is that you can pretty much be guaranteed to increase the spend in a certain campaign up to somewhere between 50 to 65% search impression share. It is different for each niche. I have seen some business niches, you can go up to like 75, 80%. Others, once you hit about 40%, you can't use this mechanism anymore. But essentially what you're doing from there is you're increasing the budget. And when you increase the budget, and you're going to see pretty much the same conversion metrics. So that I can explain that a little bit further, let's jump into a screen share because I do want to make sure that this is as practical as possible for you and your business. All right, so the first thing I want to talk about, when we're talking about vertical scaling here, is the easiest way that you can go through and do this is just simply by increasing your budget. So the way that you want to go through and do this is if you are happy with the campaigns inside of your account, you're effectively just going through and increasing the actual budget in those campaigns. And you can see from here, if we just look at this account, follow the blue and the red line, as we increase the spend, you can see here that they were also getting the increase in conversion value and ROAS was going up at the same pace. But what I do want to show you in through here is that we didn't just go from spending $500 a week up to $3,000 a week. That process was over a 2-month process. So what you do want to be looking at in through here is, as a general rule, you don't want to be increasing your spend by more than 20% every 5 to 7 days. Now, the reason for why that's so important is if we went from this type of spend up to 3,000 spend in a week, it would just be way too much of a learning curve for Google and it would take time to catch up. So what we want to do is we kind of want to expand out that budget. Great way of doing this is simply by just going through to your campaigns that you're happy to scale, increase that budget by 20%, wait 5 to 7 days. If you're ready, then you can go through and add another increase. So that's the easiest way of going through and vertically scaling inside of your account. The second way is what we call your horizontal or your width scaling. And this is where you're looking for items inside of your account or areas inside of the account that are performing well but are underspending, and you want to force Google to spend some more money in those areas. And this is what sometimes people will call levers or segmentation. I like to call them levers. And what you're looking at doing is you're finding out, hey, look, these are some areas or potential areas where we're getting some conversions, but we're not spending much money there. So what we want to do is we want to create a campaign structure or an account structure, that Google has to spend money in those areas. And the simple way of doing that is by breaking out separate campaigns. The reason for why this works is you have to remember with Google Ads, their spending is capped at that campaign level. So if we break out a new campaign, Google has to spend more money in those areas. One common way you can do this is around products and services. So let me show you an example of this account in through here. This one was very much done around, we created 2 very, very clear themes or 2 very, very clear product services. This business was previously all in one. And what we did is we saw that of their 2 core product categories, Google was favoring one over the other. So what we did is we separated out into this second theme. We had an aligned search and a performance max campaign. And then that allowed us to increase the budget across these 2 different campaigns separately. At the moment, they're pretty much spending about $105 a day each, but this also gives us greater flexibilities. Let's just say product category 1 is performing better. We can increase that budget higher and faster than the other product category. So essentially what you're doing there is you're just breaking out all new campaigns so that you're then separating between the 2 different product categories or your different product categories that you've got. Especially if you're an e-commerce business and you've potentially got hundreds of different product categories, you'd more be grouping your sub-product categories together. And a great way of going through and thinking about this is following the structure on your account. So your mega menu, what different product categories do you have at the top level? So think, you might have a campaign for your men's, you might have a campaign for your women's and a campaign for your kids, and then you might have sub campaigns underneath those, depending on where you're getting those better results. Another way that you can go through and do this is because it doesn't all have to be based around the product category. Let me show you this example. Over a period, we've taken their spend, so let's just do it through into, so we can look at January. So January 24, they spent $24,000, and just recently in the last January, they spent $34,000. The way that we got there here is because they're running the same service. So they've only got one service that they offer. So the way that we went through and did this is that we did that segmentation rather than segmenting by different products. We segmented by locations. And what I want to show you in through here, when we first started with this account, they just had a search-based campaign and then a Performance Max-based campaign for all of the US market. And what we did is that because US is such a big market, we started to break out these state-based campaigns. And what this allowed us to do is it allowed us to better control the budget between those state-based areas dependent on their performance and also the volume in there. So you can see these different states. So we've got, let's say, for example, California, $140 a day, whereas some of their other states, say, for example, Washington, we're only spending $80 a day. Texas is at $150 a day, whereas Pennsylvania is at $60 a day. So what that allowed us to do is it allowed us to really focus more on the spend, because some of these smaller states, especially in a market like America, a lot of the spend can go to those bigger population states. But by going through and separating out this campaign, you can see a lot of these smaller states, like, as I said, Pennsylvania. Let me also look at in through here, Georgia and Illinois. We've got lower budgets there, but we're forcing Google to spend the money there because previously they were getting good results, but Google just was not spending the money there because those larger population states like New York and California and Texas was taking all of that spend. So the first way you can go through and do that is, obviously, as I said, break it down by products and keywords, breaking out those campaigns at that level. Another way is to do it by locations. And then another option of what you can do is you can reach out to newer audiences. And remember what I was saying before, the second way of going through and scaling, once you've increased all your spend, you need to reach out to colder audiences. Another way that we go through and do that is that we break out our campaigns. So for example, our bottom of the funnel is very much our search and shopping campaigns. We'll then look to the middle of the funnel, layering in our Performance Max. Could also be video or demand gen, also dynamic search. And then also our top of the funnel, once again, could be demand gen, video, also different display audiences. And what we're looking at doing there is we're basically wanting to target colder audiences. The key thing you need to think about there though is this. You can only go through to some of those Performance Max-based bidding campaigns when you've got enough conversion data in there. And then you also really need to make sure that you've got high quality conversion data. And then you want to make sure that you're segmenting out so that Performance Max isn't just going through and stealing all of your search and shopping converting terms. That is the way that we go through vertical and horizontal scaling. Now, while we're here, I want to talk to you about the Bodybuilder Concept. What the Bodybuilder Concept is, inside of your Google Ads campaign, it's understanding that yes, you can grow the volume of spend and the profitability of that spend at the same time, but it is really hard. And it's a bit like that Bodybuilder concept of, as a bodybuilder wants to get bigger, as they grow in their muscle, they will also know that they're going to put on a little bit of fat. And then when they're coming up to their competition, they'll start to cut down to try to maintain as much muscle, or what we want for Google Ads, our conversions and revenue, as possible, and start to trim that fat. And that's the process that we use inside of Define Digital Academy. We'll look at an account over a 12-month period and go, right, these are the different cycles which we're going to highlight. And perfect example is here. We go, between January and March, we're going to focus on increasing spend and volume. April or June, we're more going to focus on increasing their ROAS, reducing that target CPA or that target ROAS. July, September, focus on increasing the volume again. October and December, we'll go through and focus more on increasing the profitability. Please don't see it that you need to do that January, March, April, June, July. That's just generally much just a general guide, especially for, say, for example, for e-commerce brands. If you're doing all of your selling at the end of the year, that's when you want to be really increasing that volume in that October to December period. But what the principle is there is really thinking about the growth of your business with Google Ads, breaking it down into those 3 or 4 month cycles where, one, you're looking at increasing the volume. And yes, you still want to be profitable, but volume is more important than profitability. And then other cycles, 3 to 4 months, where you're really looking at maintaining that new spend level, but increasing the profitability even further. Thank you for joining me. My name is Aaron Young from Define Digital Academy, and it's been an absolute pleasure having you here. Remember, if you wanted to learn more about the Google Ads Mastery Program here at Define Digital Academy, just follow that link in the description below. And if you want more specific training, depending on what the type of business you are, if you're an e-commerce brand, I want you to go through and watch this video right here to see how you can grow further in 2026 with Google Ads. Or if you're a lead generation business, I want you to go through and watch this video right here. Hey, thanks for joining me. See you next time.